Welcome to the second edition of The Oil Within, a TV show with the goal of inspiring entrepreneurs to be the best that they can be in whatever field that they have chosen. A wise man called Oliver Wendell Holmes said, "Every calling is great when greatly pursued." This week we have a very interesting topic and a very interesting guest. Our topic is actually Dream Big, Start Small, Grow Fast. We'll introduce our guest soon. I'm your host, Howard Derek Briggs. I would like my co-host to introduce herself.
Hello viewers, my name is Ifeoma Daffy and you're welcome to the second edition of our program, The Oil Within. Today we have a very interesting topic for you and we're going to be bringing up our guest very soon, but just shortly after the break. He is the CEO of TechnoBuild Designs Limited and he's Ladi Awotunde. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Hello viewers, do you know that there's greatness on your inside? Do you know that the greatest oil well is within you? What really matters is your ability to discover, develop and deploy it profitably. Join us every Thursday from 11 to 11:30 a.m. on The Oil Within as we inspire, educate and empower you to be the best that you can be as an entrepreneur. My name is Howard Derek Briggs and I will be your host. Welcome back. Our guest is already seated. He's Mr. Ladi Awotunde. He's the CEO of TechnoBuild Designs Limited. He started business in 2007, actually from his brother's house in a humble way. He's a graduate of Yaba College of Technology. He's also currently running a master's program in Covenant University in construction management. He's a builder, a kitchen manufacturer, and a construction expert. And I must quickly say he is married with 2 beautiful children. Before one woman come and steal you away. Okay, Mr. Ladi, you are welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Let's just quickly start by just like you to talk about your humble beginnings. You were not always like this. You started from somewhere.
So well, when you say humble beginning, are you talking about business or are you talking about myself itself?
No, your business.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay. Thank you once again for having me. It's not very much a long journey, but it's been very interesting.
Okay.
Like we mentioned quite earlier, I started what I'm doing right now well over 10 years ago. And when I was much younger, I dreamt of working with one of the biggest, let me say the biggest construction company in Nigeria.
Okay.
And but 2002, I had the privilege to visit their head office somewhere in Abuja. Then as I was approaching, and I saw this massive gate just ahead of me, and you see, no employment now, keep off. And it was like a spiritual encounter, and I was like, something is wrong. What's going on? This is the place I've dreamt of working all my life, and if it's so serious that they have a signage that is this big to tell people to keep off, there's no employment, then something is wrong. So right there, I decided I was going to do something that is different from what I've always used to think about. So that was 2002. Then from there, I decided I wanted to work for myself. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get it achieved, but I just have a destination without a clear pathway. So I was working towards that while I was in school. When I was in Yaba, I started from Federal Polytechnic there. Then I went to Yaba. When I was in Yaba, I was working and I was running my full-time program also. So as time goes by, I was using that to prepare myself. So immediately after I graduated in August 2007. I incorporated my company in December 2007, and from then we've been firing. So I think that's.
Okay, you just mentioned that you incorporated your company. What is that? What does that mean for business? What's the idea behind, and what's the advantage behind incorporating or registering a business? What does it bring to the table for a businessman?
Yeah, because legally you have not started business until you are incorporated, until you are registered. Let me say, if you are not limited liability, it's not incorporation. If it's business, then you say it is registered. But at least you have to be known to law. You know, every business operates under the umbrella of Company and Allied Matter Acts, people normally called CAMA. So you are not known to law if you're doing business, if you're not registered. So we have to do that. So that's the first leg to put us forward to where we want to go to. So that's
Mr. Alade, you know, earlier on, you started, at least for quite some time, running your business from home.
Yeah.
In the US, I think according to some statistics, I can't remember which particular, I think over 50% of small businesses are home-based.
Yes,
But
not just in
here,
the US.
over here, I see to some extent that people sometimes look down on people running businesses from home. They believe that work is when you go out from Ikeja to Lekki and come back, you have worked. But then activity is not the same as, is not equal to productivity, as it were. You, to a large extent, run from home. Today you have, we'll get to that, you have a factory at Lekki, you're employing people.
Yeah.
But what are the challenges? What are the pros and cons of running a home-based business? You know.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong in running business from home. I think it makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense. It's just unfortunate that we're configured to a business environment where people just believe that business is about edifice, business is about building, business is about premises. You want to start business to just believe that it has to be very big. I mean, I was lucky to meet people who inspired me to run business in the with Asian model. Okay. Asian will allow business to run itself, to grow itself. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, everybody wants a situation whereby they come to your place, the place is big, you are made, you are huge, and everybody is seeing the premises. I mean, that's not business. And that's not the only way to start business. Some people could be lucky, maybe you're silver spoon, you're a parent who are able to like set you up and you just come out, boom. But business is about process. And I don't think there's anything wrong in starting from home. You have to take advantage of what you have to get to where you want to get to. So it makes absolute sense. So far you know where you're going. I mean, people have space. When I was in my first place, in my first abode, I was alone, I was single, I wasn't married, so I had extra rooms, and it was doing nothing. So I converted one to like a warehouse. Then when people call me, I tell them they want to see what I said. I tell them, well, I run my business from home.
It helps to keep your costs low.
Of course, it keeps my costs low.
And then your clients are
and if
happier.
I don't have anything doing outside, I don't go outside. So I'm just at home. I have a printer, I can run, I have internet. So that gives me all the access that I want. And when people want to meet me, I tell them, well, I run from home. If you don't mind, you come. If you really are not comfortable, let's look for a nearby public place to meet, and we're done.
Okay.
Okay. So in terms of everything that you've achieved so far, how would you say, looking back at where you started from the top, considering the topic today, which says dream big, start small, and then grow fast. Can you say you've actually like pursued, or you've told that line of dreaming big, having a vision, and then starting off small, like you just mentioned, you started from home and how you started and where you are now?
Okay. I think let's look at it from this perspective. Dream is what keeps you awake while others are sleeping. It's not what you see while you're sleeping. So if that is the case, then as an entrepreneur that you were driven, you keep dreaming. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm still dreaming. It's huge, it's big. The journey is long, but it's achievable. The only thing is that as time goes by, you're able to like measure yourself. You're able to like, okay, see where I started yesterday, where I am right now. We're not there yet, but we're getting close to it. So I think it's been a very interesting journey. The dream, if you call it a dream, has been a good dream. We're still dreaming. We want to dream more. I mean, people who are at the top are still, they're still moving. So with that, we're just starting up. So
okay. Hopefully we'll start taking questions soon. The phone lines will open soon. But how did you muster the courage? Because I like how you started with, the scenario you painted, and I'm sure several other people are probably faced something like that.
Okay.
But some people move from there to still looking for another job, to still meeting another no vacancy. How did you muster the courage to be able to?
Okay. Well, I think we're all prepared for a journey. We're prepared for a purpose. I think God prepared me for this. And I had a lot of inspiration, while most of my colleagues would think it is strange to think in that direction. I think when I was graduating, what I said to myself was very simple. Okay, what are my challenges? I need to feed myself, and I need to at least establish myself. So what I did was, an average graduate in Lagos, I did an analysis. An average graduate in Lagos, you are fresh from NYSC. Forget about big blue chips who pays quite big and all that. An average graduate in Lagos earn on the average of 60,000 naira. You're just fresh from school. On the average, if you take it on the average, combine people working at all the banks, combine what they earn, on the average, I put it at 60,000 for my data, for my statistics. So, and I said, okay, if I want to run my business, the idea is I'm sowing into the future. And I know the future is going to be much bigger. So I need to make sacrifice. So let's say my sacrifice per month is 20,000 naira. So what I decided to do is, whatever I do right now that can give me 40,000 naira a month is good. But 6 months down the line, check my income. I have made 1,320,000. So I wasn't doing bad. So that consolidated my courage. And
So now that is what they call grow fast.
well,
Okay, let the viewers also, there's a phone line on the screen right now, so you can call in if you have questions or comments. Mr. Ladi is here, very able to answer those questions. Talking about dream, it's one thing to have a dream. Somebody said, they asked him, what are your greatest assets? He said, people. What are your greatest liabilities? People.
Yeah.
You need people to help you actualize that dream.
Yeah.
You know, based on where you have gotten to, and I know where you are is still, you know, still at the surface level. God will take you to greater heights. But based on where you have gotten to, you know, it's obvious that you've been able to articulate and communicate your dream to these people that have worked with you thus far.
Okay.
You know, so how does somebody, you know, achieve that same thing? Working with people, communicating your dream with to these people so that they too can have buy-in and help achieve, you know, that objective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think talking about people, with every sense of gratitude, I'm going to be very grateful to my elder brother who brought me to Lagos on the 23rd of September 2003.
Okay.
And we arrived Lagos and got to where we were going in a Danfo bus. So that tells you how big our load was.
Okay.
And we could actually pick our load by hand. The three of us, my elder brother, myself, and my younger sister coming from Ife, and we could actually pick our load by hand, and that was all we brought to Lagos. And from there, so people, I think when you mention people who are able to actually assist your dreams, I think my brother is been
okay, Ladi, we have a call from Owerri, Emeka from Owerri. So, Emeka, can you go ahead with your question or your comment?
Okay, sir. Mr. Ladi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm calling to confirm, because in most of the businesses we are talking about now, when you run a business from your home, majority of the people won't believe in it because they think that you are not serious and you don't know what you're doing. Especially calling from what we have here in the world. If you're running a business from your house, they will think that you're not serious. They need you to show them an office where you are working from so that they will believe in you. Because if you tell them you're working from your house, they will take you that you're a scammer.
Okay, thank you, Emeka. Thank you, Emeka. So, Ladi, go ahead. You know, that's what I said. Some people believe that you must move from Ajegule to Apapa and come back.
Yes.
You know, so what do you have to say? Does it make you look unserious?
Yes, I think it has to do with our psyche. Is the way we think as a people.
Okay.
Is the way we see ourselves as a people.
Okay.
I mean, people who have actually gone outside this country will tell you that from Korea, from China, from those countries where things are actually happening, people ship out containers on weekly basis from a space that is less than 20 square meters.
Yeah.
True.
But I don't know what is wrong with us, but I know we'll get there one day. To see that edifice doesn't mean quality, competence, or capacity.
Okay.
Our capacity to get things done is here.
We have another caller. Busola.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead, Busola.
Good morning, sorry.
Yeah, good morning.
I should go ahead with my question, right?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Busola.
Okay, I would like to ask Mr. Ladi Awotinde, basically that how is it coping with the recession at the moment? How is it managing this recession going on?
Okay.
Is there any encouragement you could give to us on that?
Okay, thank you, Busola.
Thank you.
So, recession. Can you grow fast in a recession?
How are you coping?
Because sometimes recession produces new millionaires and new billionaires. It's about how you position yourself, but from your own perspective, yes.
Yes, you can actually grow fast in recession, and I'll tell you why. The first thing is, what drove us into recession? What drove Nigeria into recession is we have a monotrack economy. I mean, Nigeria is not an oil economy. Our economy is not centralized on oil. Oil contributes less than 10% of national GDP. But it gives us, this is where the irony is. Oil gives us 90% or thereabouts of our foreign
exchange.
So what drove us into this ditch was because we were not creating a balance in the traffic. The business is not balanced. So it comes in one way and it goes out one way. So people are not cushioning the effect. We were not pushing out things to the other side. Like, if you make inquiry, you get to discover that if it takes you to bring in a container with, say, $1,000, you can actually ship out a container with less than $300. Because bulk of those things that comes here, they go back, those vessels goes back virtually empty. So those people who are business owners, who run business from Nigeria, can actually capitalize in that area, position ourselves. Every economy in the world that has a track is driven by small and medium enterprises.
Just because you've taken this line. You know, even if we're complaining about recession here, or let me even just say, for this show to kick off, we got money from somebody in New York who says, just take this and start. Do you understand?
Hello,
Okay.
my brother.
Okay. Go ahead. Tunde from Ijabode. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hello.
Go ahead, Mr. Tunde.
Yeah, I want to ask my man here. First of all, I have to salute his doggedness, his tenacity, what have you. But in a situation where you have a dream like of that magnitude, and you don't have the financial capacity to champion up the dreams in the face of this recession, what do we do?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thought I would have been able to anchor my thought on that. But
okay, you can just round up with that last question.
Talking about finance, we all know that finance or accessibility or inaccessibility to finance is a big issue.
Yeah.
But for entrepreneur, like I tell people, I'm a convicted entrepreneur. So what the system says really could affect me, but it doesn't stop me. Do you understand?
Okay.
So finance, it's not the main thing we actually need. It's not the starting point. The idea is the starting point. We need to be able to know exactly what we want. Now, when they say finance, we said dream big, grow fast, but start small. So the point is, we have to start with whatever you have. You have to make do. Even in the Bible, let's even go spiritual. When the prophet visited the widow of Zarephath, the question is, make my food. And the woman said, no, I can't make food for you, because all I have is for me and my son to eat and die. The widow didn't say, my son and myself are waiting for death. He said, all I have. So, and the prophet said, that one that you have is very small, just small powder and it maybe small size of jar. I said, make mine first. And she obeyed. And the Bible made us realize that since then, you know, she had to go and borrow jars and all that, and she kept selling, and she was very, very comfortable. So the point is, as an entrepreneur, even as much as we see that challenges are...
Okay, let's just take this call. Sam from Warri. Sam, go ahead. You are welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Okay, fine. Well, what I want to ask, is it Mosai? Yes, must I move my business from the place that I set my business first before I can excel?
Do you understand that?
Yes, I
Yes.
understand. I
Must
understand what
I
is.
move?
Yeah. No, well, I won't be able to say yes or no, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you something. Every market, every business has its own market.
Mm.
If you are a tailor, for instance, and you have domiciled yourself where people who sell beef are domiciled, it's a problem.
Yeah, okay.
You need to position yourself into an environment whereby people who come near can actually see you.
So nearness to market.
You have to identify the market. You
Yes.
have to identify where you understand people who are likely to patronize
Let
you.
me just chip in something.
Where
Just
they're
like what you are
likely to
doing.
be.
Your factory is in Lekki, and that's because a lot of buildings are springing up
Yeah,
around
a
that
lot.
area.
Yeah,
So
that was the strategy.
okay.
So if you're able to, if you're able to analyze your market and you discover that you're not doing too well where you are, you need to look at places that are around you.
Okay.
If they are not doing excellently too well, you need to look at businesses that are even close to you. To be able to like analyze, you need to see the kind of people who patronize you. Are they in that neighborhood?
Okay.
So if they are not in that neighborhood, then you may need to at least make a move and change.
Okay.
But if not, maybe you need to just re-strategize.
Okay, so your factory is at Lekki,
Yeah.
and then you make cabinets, blah, blah, blah. Will you say you serve a niche market, and then what's the definition of the niche you serve?
Well, we serve a niche market. Every market has a niche.
Okay.
Okay. Bulk of our clients are private homeowner, property developers, corporate organizations. So that's a kind of paraphrase, the kind of.
Are they like high net worth?
Yes, of
individuals?
course. He has to be medium and above.
Too high. Okay.
Yes, medium and above. But the dream that I have as a person.
So we'll just take this last call before we round up. Moses, go ahead. You are welcome to the show, Moses.
Hello,
Okay, I think
Moses, go ahead.
We lost the call. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead, Moses.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome, Moses. Go ahead with your question or your comment.
Okay, I want to thank you so much for this program. In fact, I'm really, really excited
Thank you, sir.
because of recent I just resigned my job and this program just came up because I'm working right now on how to set my business up.
Wow.
And thanks to Mr. Ladi. In fact, more than the sky or more than the cloud is your limit.
Amen.
In fact, you are an inspiration to me right now.
Amen.
So after working for Mexico for almost 8 years, practice as an HR, practice as an operational manager, and graduated from University of Lagos as a business administrator. In fact, I'm tired of working for people.
Okay, Moses, he will answer your
I'm
question. We have very little
personally.
time left. Okay, Ladi, what do you have? What kind of advice do you have for someone like this?
No.
He has resigned from his job, and then, just like you were able to muster that courage to start off. And I know he's not the only person in this category. There are several other people because we have just a short time left.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to people? Like
Yeah.
that? So that-
Well, I want to congratulate Moses for dreaming to even start.
Okay.
I think that's where the biggest challenge is.
Yeah.
You need to actually muster that courage to start. Nigeria is a population of well over 180 million people, and I'm telling you, the services we provide. When people talk about going out, there's nothing wrong with going out. But you discover that every time you're going out, you see people of other colors coming in. So the market is here. The market is huge. And Moses is calling from Lagos. Lagos has a population that is average of 20 million people. So even if one person spends 300 naira on food in a day, and you multiply by 20 million, so you have an idea what Lagos food market looks like. So it's huge. It's very huge. We're talking about 6 billion naira less. So in a day. So it's huge. So people like Moses should muster their courage to keep doing it. Don't worry, you're going to face challenges. There's going to be challenges. Don't worry, there will be obstacles. A lot of things will tell you, stop, don't go ahead. Just go back to where you're coming from. But just make your mind fixed on where you're going. Keep your eyes on the ball and you're going to get there. So that's the advice I have for people like Moses.
Okay. Just as we round up, okay, what are the values, principles that have brought you this far? Because as an entrepreneur, you need to have certain principles or values. If not, you probably would wake up one day and it's like,
Well,
as an individual, what are those values? What are those principles?
Well, I think is for an entrepreneur, it's ideal that you keep your integrity intact. It's ideal that you keep your clients high because they are the king and the queen of the industry. So I think those are fundamental values, and you must be open. You must be open to change. You must be open to improvement. Every new adventures, every new job must be better than the previous. You must improve on everything you're doing on a daily basis. You can stick to the fact that that's the way I was doing it. This is the way I'll continue to do it. If you're doing that, you're going to face out on the market. You know what happened to Nokia. Nokia used to be the best, but now how many people uses Nokia? So as an entrepreneur, I think it's a fundamental value that you have to be open to change every time, every moment.
If I might just maybe one more question.
Okay, what I just wanted to ask was, on the long term, are you looking to be able to serve just everybody? Somebody that just managed to put up one house somewhere and doesn't really have so much money, and what's quality?
Yes.
How are you going to be able to bridge that gap?
Yes, that's what we were saying before the call came in the other time. As an entrepreneur, my dream is actually to put a decent, comfortable, and a functional kitchen in the house of an average earner that is not stealing.
That is not stealing.
Yes.
How do you verify?
Of course. No. What I'm saying is a lot that we know a lot of average earners are not average.
Okay.
You know, people who
Are not truly average.
they are not average.
Okay.
People earn 50,000 and they can afford to go anywhere in the world at any moment they want to. So those are not average. So when I say average people, it's a relevant term. So for average earner, my dream is to put a decent, functional, and effective kitchen to install for them at a cost that is minimal, that is affordable.
Okay.
And
Ladi, we have to end now.
Yes,
this is a dream as well.
okay.
People actually believe in this dream. That's why it's a reality,
Yes.
at least up until this point. So I just want to appreciate a few people. I've spoken Claudia as he was with us for the last episode.
Yeah.
His store is at Surulere. I'm sure if you tell him you watch him on Oil Within, you get a discount. Ella Bernard Fashion in Abuja runs a big fashion house, but they train basically in Abuja. Most importantly, our sponsor from New York, Comfort Homes and Property Management. Please visit our website, www.comforthomes.com. A great guy, Mr. Biodun Folawi of Shoe Speed. Visit www.shoespeed.com. And our set designer, Tommy Bambeli of Spatio Ideal. Thank you very much. I end with this quote by Joe Vita. Your wealth is hiding under the very thing you are afraid to do. It's time to face your fears and take action. Join us next Thursday.